Likes up, big game. You know he go come in regulate.
Do that all the time.
OG. So with it, boy. Yeah, Mike's hot, but we go talk today. Got Miss Charles in the building. What's up, Miss Charles?
What's up, Miss Charles? Got Ida
Hines in the building. What's up with it? We got a good show today. Y'all go like we getting down. Shit. You already know.
Take it to a meal lately, I just wanna run it up. Yeah. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Yeah. Count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, love the rush, I love the feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
Yes, indeed. We got my boy Big Game in the building. What's up with it, boy?
What's up with you, dog? How you doing, man?
Man, chilling, man. Last word. You know what I'm saying? Like we always do.
Last word of the day. I just want to big shout out to Law Nation for taking care of me on the music tip. It feels so much better to listen to it now. No, I'm not getting smacked.
Oh man, yeah, he did, and I did too, man. Don't make me feel bad like that.
Both of y'all, I appreciate y'all. Both of y'all looked out for me. Thank you very much.
But because
I hate seeing that red strikey, red beer.
Hey, you got me feeling bad, but hey, because you know we came back with the corny tunes, but now we back to our sense.
Yeah, now we back. Yeah, that was corny, and I admit that was corny. I think that's why Law paid for it.
Facts.
He said that shit. He said that shit was corny, dog. Here,
extra, and OC not in the building today, but hey, you know how it is, bro. Here you go.
Hey, it is what it is. There it is.
Pass the stick.
There it is.
You know what I mean? We got this. We do. We vets. Now, and I was with Law today.
Right.
I was with Law today, man. Law, we was out there with Coach Bird.
Oh, yeah.
And that was with his nephew. And Coach Bird, he worked with a lot of receivers, NFL receivers, high school receivers, all these guys, you know. But, you know, Law invited me out, you know, and then I come to find out that, you know, I knew the guy. You know what I mean? He was a rival. Actually, we couldn't stand each other, but he's a real good coach. And when I say that, he went to Kimball, I went to Carter. If anybody know about Dallas, we supposed to hate each other. It was real hate.
That's real.
But it's good to see these guys as men, where they giving back and they still love the game and in their craft. So y'all
Coach tearing up them ladders.
Man, bro, we had fun today, and Lago.
Dog, that looks fun, man. I was just drove by, not to cut you off, but I just drove by my little league football team. They're on the way from me going home. Right. And I didn't get to coach last year because of COVID. Right. My coaches called me this year and like, let's do it. Let's go all in. But I just got too many things going on. I got too many responsibilities right now. And I can't. One thing I don't want to ever do is if I'm going to do something, overcommit and not give my full commitment while I'm in there, like half-ass it, miss practices, because that starts getting personal with me. Because once I get on that field and start teaching them kids and getting in them drills and doing that stuff, I start getting obsessed with it, and I know I'm not going to be able to give the whole thing. So it's like I don't even want to tap it, but it's hard every time I drive by and I see them. It'd be like, man, I want to just drive down there and be like, I'm back, dog.
No, it was calling me. I mean, I was on the phone with my brother when I was, getting on the field and talking to coach and talking to Law, and he gonna release some content. So y'all make sure y'all keep up with Law's page, because we did some content out there. Law, we gonna always do content. He gonna pull out the camera and we gonna give you at least 15-20 minutes of quality content. It's gonna be on the field. But I was talking to my brother Big, and one thing I always miss.
What's
smell
that?
of the grass.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like when you play,
and it's right around the corner.
Yeah, it's a football smell.
Mm-hmm.
And I jammed my finger and swole my finger up, man. Still a DB, but so now we was out there with Law, and so y'all stay on the lookout for that, man. He could be dropping some content on that, some content with both of us. So.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we got some breakout guys, where we can get right into it, because I know you got some breakout guys. I want to kind of go through it with you as we're getting ready for Hard Knocks and training camp, and kind of just break these guys down. So I guess we'll start with yours. Cool?
All right, yeah. Well, you came with all this craziness, like, hey, let's do breakout guys, and just hit me all in the face with it. I'm like, okay, breakout guys. All right, let me jump in it. Let me figure it out.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of rushed, folks out here. It's kind of rushed. So I didn't go super in on it, but I'm gonna go enough in on it. So I'm gonna start with my first guy. I'm gonna go on the defensive side of the ball because I like defense. And it's really two guys that there's really some other guys that could really break out, but there's two guys in particular that I'm really looking at. Number one is a video I did on there today, and I dropped it today. Go check it out. Selfish plug. Go check that video out. Is Mr. Trevon Diggs. I love Trevon Diggs. I was a staunch person in wanting to draft him last year. I wanted to draft him in the second round. I didn't want him in the first. It miraculously happened with CeeDee Lamb falling in our lap, and he was able to come in the second round. And I felt like that's less pressure on him to be able to deal with those type of things. And I made a post, boss. Yeah. I think his first 5 weeks he had a overall grade in per Pro Football Focus like 49. Coverage was like 49, but obviously he was going against some dogs early, and they threw him right in the fire. Cooper Kupp, Julio Jones, Ridley, Seattle. They had Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and then you had Browns. You had Jarvis Landry. You had Odell Beckham. I mean, he was coming hard, so you could see why the rating was a little bad, but he fought the whole time. And then you saw the last 7 weeks, and he missed 4 weeks due to a foot injury. Right. He came up to a 70. Overall grade of a 70. Overall coverage grade of a 70. That's what I really love about him. And he had 3 interceptions, and I posted at least 2 clips where he dropped 2. And right. I think he maybe dropped another one. So you could have had a 6 interception. I mean, that's one right there probably. You could have had probably 6 or 7 interceptions. Couldn't be running away with Defensive Rookie of the Year. Even in those games, you know what I'm saying? So he's a guy, he had 52 tackles, I believe, 1 forced fumble, 1 sack. I think he's a guy that is really, I like him because, you know, he's not really a boisterous guy, doesn't really talk a lot, but he's a guy that's still ultra competitive. I love that he went to Alabama, boss, because he was playing against the best, so he was never going to back down against competition, and you never saw him run from it. And that's what I love about him. And I just feel like he's going to get even better. I hope a Kelvin Josephs comes in and is like that kind of doggish, talkish player. That's why I like J.C. Horn, because if you had a boisterous J.C. Horn, he takes all the noise and away from that. Oh, meanwhile, over here, Trevon Diggs is killing you, getting 4 or 5 interceptions. You know what I'm saying? Locking down that other side. He ain't saying nothing, but you ain't hearing nothing. You feel me? Yeah. And I just feel like he's going to take another leap. I think he's going to get more confidence. One thing I liked about him, boss, is because he's built like a receiver. He played receiver in high school, played it in college before he made the switch. So he's a baby once again at the cornerback position. When you look at him, he's built like a receiver to me. And when he gets the ball in his hands, he takes it like a receiver. So I just feel like, you know, I hope he bulked up a little bit, because I think he needs to get better tackling. Tackles too high. Sometimes he keeps going in with his shoulder and doesn't try to wrap up and tries to hit him with his shoulder. I don't like that. I think that needs to get better. I think he needs to get better with the press coverage, get his hands on him. You got long arms, get them hands in his chest, redirect. Didn't see a lot of that. But I think the arrow is definitely pointing up, and I feel like we're going to see a better one. I definitely think he can get 5 interceptions this year. I'm going to say around another 50-something tackles, 58 tackles, 60 tackles. And I like to see some batted balls, 5 or 6 or 7 batted balls. I just want to see a lot of stuff from him, and I think he can be a great player.
Listen, Big James, he already told you he promises and overperforms. He said, I didn't give him a thought in this. Then he ran off about 20,000 different stats. like no digs, like the back is saying, yeah, that's what Big. Y'all got him messed up. Even when he's not ready, he ready. You better pay attention. So, my take on, I didn't put him as my game changer yet, bro.
He's not a game changer to me yet.
Not even he's not a game changer. I'm sorry. Breakout. I didn't put him as the breakout player yet.
Oh, right.
Even though I'm with you on your logic, right? And then add that to the fact that your brother is a top 5 receiver. That's also your workout partner.
Exactly.
And you gonna likely be right on that. But with corners, I like to get them to year 3 to get their full legs. But he might actually turn it around in year 2, just because of everything you said, and add in the fact of his workout partner being so good. That's a tremendous advantage to just get you better. So let's go with your number 2 guy. Who is your number 2 breakout guy?
My number 2 breakout guy, I know this is like really dope. This is easy, but I'm going with him, Randy Gregory, man. I mean, I think because, and I can call him. I got 2. I know I got CeeDee Lamb.
Let's go in the order, man. Come on, man.
Oh, did I say CeeDee Lamb? Okay, my bad. I didn't look at it. My bad. CeeDee Lamb. I apologize. Forgive me for that one. And I mean, this is pretty obvious. Yeah. Why he's going to be a breakout player. We saw what he did. I mean, he had 74, 75 catches, almost hit 1,000 yards, 5 touchdowns. I think the biggest thing, only problem with CeeDee Lamb was the drops. I think he had like 9 drops. He cleans that up. And like I said, he was on a record pace, had like 30 catches by week 5, week 6. Was one of Dak's main targets. Was you saw the yards after catch. I think it was higher than Amari Cooper. You saw the explosiveness. He's not a guy is a 4.3 guy, but he's a guy that he doesn't. It's kind of like Dez. Dez wasn't a super fast guy, but he could get past you. You know, yards after catch. Dez was so good with it, and that's what I really love about CeeDee. And I think you heard what Mike McCarthy said. We put him in all 3 positions. He played solely out the slot this last season, and you saw what he did. Now, here's another thing. Amari Cooper is injured. That's a thing that they're talking about, that may not be ready for camp. Now, he hasn't missed games, but it could affect him. This is going to give CeeDee Lamb even more tick with Dak. I like that because Dak already has rapport with Amari Cooper. That's nothing that he has to sit there and say, oh, we got to work on this, Amari. They already know each other. They've been together. But now this is a little bit more time for Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb to get together. So if you need to rest that foot or get ailing Amari Cooper healthy, especially with there's no rush with the COVID, this is going to be a regular training camp. You can let Amari Cooper rest, and then you can see CeeDee Lamb. Not saying he's going to overtake him as the one, but he is the one. He is a one. So now you can slide into that role, let him and Michael Gallup, do their thing and let him rest. But I think he's definitely going to take another leap. He is a game changer. I don't care what you tell me. Amari Cooper is nasty, but I'm gonna just say this. I coached a lot of football, play football, but I coached a lot longer than I really played. And I've seen a lot of players. I coach players that are playing Division I football right now. And I've seen some talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of talent, dog.
Right.
And I know, and I feel like I can analyze it, boss. I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I've seen a lot of kids and I know what it's to look like. And when I can tell that when I was coaching the team and I had Amari Cooper and a CeeDee Lamb as a player, I would tell you, the Amari Cooper kid, he's nasty, surgical, always on point. I don't have to talk to him. I don't have to say nothing to him because I know he's always going to do it. And I know he's going to be there. But then I'll look over there and like, but this one, make sure he keeps his grades up. Make sure he does everything right because he going to be different. That's what I feel about CeeDee Lamb.
But y'all don't feel Big Game James. Hold on real quick.
Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big Game James.
Game changer.
Let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Yeah, Big Game James still believe this boy gonna be the game changer. Oh my God!
I mean, he is the game changer. You're going to see it this year. You're going to see the game changing plays CeeDee Lamb is going to do this year. He's going to take an inordinate. He's going to take a monstrous leap, in my opinion. He's different. He got bigger. He got stronger. I feel like this is a kid that doesn't rest on his laurels. He wants to be great.
True.
He's a kid that we love that when he had that number 2 on, we were like, yeah, keep that number 2. You look good on it. And he's like, I'll go with the 88. Everybody was like, oh, it's forced. Did you see him change it? Once again, I'm going to say it again. He didn't want to change that number because he's like, no, I want to live up to that legacy. I want to make this legacy with this 88. I've seen who wore that 88 before. I've seen who was great before me. And this number means something. When you wear this number, it is recognizable. So I'm not changing the number 2. I'm about to be great in this 88, and they're going to put up my name with these 88s in history.
Oh, Rika got a question for you. She say, BGJ, do you think we will see CD out of the slot more this year?
Out of the slot?
Yeah.
As you mean, like, is he going to be more outside this year?
No, she said.
Or is he going to?
Yeah, out of the slot. I think she's saying playing outside.
Yes, I definitely know we're going to see that because you can play Coop in the slot.
That would be amazing.
And Rita, and I'll also say this, Rita. I will say this as well. That
she gonna correct you. It's Rika.
Rika, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I did that too to her.
Yeah, don't slay me. But I'll just say this as well. Michael Gallup has already been talking about how he's been playing in the slot more this year. You get what I'm saying? So what does that tell you? If Michael Gallup's saying he's been playing the slot in this year and he enjoys it and he loves it, that's telling you they're going to put CD more on the outside. I mean, I'm going to just keep it real, dog. CD going against these top corners, he ain't going to be scared of him, and he's going to do damage to these top corners. You're going to see.
And you know what? We had our debate on game changes. And I don't drink Kool-Aid, right? I always talk about that unless it's measured. But I know this year it's going to be a little legitimate debate on is CD the number 1.
Oh, it is.
It's going to happen, right? Now, we all got to admit that his load is going to be lighter, but people ain't going to care, bro. It's going to be the fact that he's positioned to just make big plays, bro. The matchups are going to favor him. And the only thing the crowd is going to see is him making plays. And they're going to say, okay, that's the number 1. But I don't care. As long as the man making plays, you know what I'm saying? And he going to make big plays. I think you're right on that. And then, obviously, you revealed your breakout guy number 3.
My breakout guy number 3. Shout out to my dog the Ninja for the $5 holla. Appreciate you. Always love you.
Always.
But my final guy is going to be, like I said, this might be the guys I name. You're like, man, these are normal guys. But I told you I did this on the fly. But these are guys that I love. Yeah. These are guys that get me excited. These are guys that are breakout players because guess what? Randy Gregory, he hasn't played a full season. Right. This will be his first time playing a full season since 2015. Right. We've only seen just a tiny little bit of Randy Gregory. And let me just go over the Pro Football Focus numbers. I'm not going to just say, let's go by Pro Football Focus. I'm not going to say, let's just go by it. But 2015, you didn't get a lot of ticks, 61.8. 2016, you barely played it off, 30.4. 2018, when you had that good year, when you got 5.5, 6 sacks, we saw that glimpse of, dang, and you didn't play a whole year. And you was at 61.7. 2020, you still didn't get the tick that you deserved because Mike Nolan was playing you weird and being all funny and goofy. You had to go into the front office. You had to go over and talk to Jerry Jones and say, why am I not playing? Why is Dorrance Armstrong Jr. out here on the outside getting tick and I'm the best player on this outside and I'll go ahead and wreak damage? Why is he doing that? That's why you're not here no more. But look at this rating, 80.5. 80.5 in another small sample though. So if you see these small samples, and the kid, I'm gonna say this once again, and I've been trumpeting this horn for a very long time. This man is mentally healthy now. He is mentally clear. When you are mentally healthy and you are mentally clear, boss, we both play sports. And when your mind is totally clear, yeah, and you are in a good place, man, you destroy people. Right. You destroy them. Yeah, man. And that's what Randy Gregory is going to do. I'm sorry. I feel like if you give him the snaps that he deserves, you don't play around with him. You don't do 55% of the snaps. No, he got to get them 70% of them snaps this year. Let this man go. Release the hounds. Release the Kraken. Whatever you got to do, dog. Let this man go crazy. I mean, like I said, small sample. This year he had 4 sacks and he didn't steal. Wasn't even getting the tick, dog. 4 sacks, bro. How we not think this man can't get 10 sacks in 17 games? Yeah. I'm bullish on it, brother. He had 25 hurries. He had 25 hurries in 2018, 13 hurries, and it was small sample. Let this man play a lot of rushes and snaps. Like if Aldon Smith could do what he did in that little bit of time and he was playing too many snaps. You feel me? Aldon Smith played too many snaps. He was 30-some years old. He hadn't played in 3 whole daggone years, and you overused him when you could have been using a Randy Gregory. So if you saw how good Aldon Smith played, and he has that natural talent like a Randy Gregory, what the hell you think a Randy Gregory going to do 5 years younger than him? Hey, check this out, bro. My boy Dre the Great, he gave us our flowers. Man, this is our day today. My boy Dre the Great say big game and Boss won the Randy Gregory debate. We know. We sure did, damn it. Yeah. Yeah, baby. Yeah, man, but it's one of those. That was a hard debate, though. I'm going to be honest, because I'm also bullish on Tank. But I like Tank, but game changer, buddy. Might be Randy Gregory, dog. Yeah, I'm betting on Randy Gregory because here's the thing, boss, and we're not saying like with Coop, and we're not saying even with Tank. I'm not saying they're not the better players right now. Right, they are. Yeah, but are they the game changers? Right. That's what I'm talking about. They may be the better players, but are they the game changers? Yeah, and see, because I think I measured this. It's a big thing for Boss Cowboy to actually say publicly that he drunk Kool-Aid. Listen, I do not drink Kool-Aid without first measuring. I'll be dead ass serious every time I hit that button. Because I think it's also about the scheme. Professor O and, broke down. What up, Professor? Broke down the 4-3 under, and when I look at scheme and I look at the fact that they was already using him as the Leo, as the Sam, right? They're clearly showing that they're going to use him as a special pass rusher. Plus, when you use him as a Sam and the 4-3 under, he could be lined up next to Tank, big game. Yes, exactly. Versus a tight end. Right, and he could. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm not doubting that Randy Gregory can't run with a tight end. Oh,
I see what you're saying. Athletic
in
enough.
that small space.
Yeah.
In that small space.
Yeah. No,
I'm not saying he can't. You feel me? And then that's where you can move him. And think about this. You got Tank, Randy Gregory, Micah Parsons.
Right.
And then, hell, you could blitz a Jalen Smith. You feel me? You got a lot of different options, especially on the third down. You just tell them to pin their damn ears back and go nutty. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Because now we got a different animal in Micah Parsons. He's going to be the key boss. He's going to be the key because you already got dogs in Randy and D-Law. And now we talked about if Brent Urban can really step up in that middle and give us that middle push that we needed so you can get more one-on-ones with the D-Law. But get Micah Parsons in there, dog. So let's say you got Randy's hand in the ground and then you put Micah Parsons right beside him and then y'all rush them straight off them edges. Stunt them. Or then you stun a Tank and you stun a Parsons. What? You could have Parsons blitz off as a defensive end and then put Randy Gregory on the side with Tank Lawrence and stunt them. You could do a lot of things, dog.
Yeah. So I definitely feel you on that, like in terms of breakout with Randy Gregory. And I like your list. I think you have a top list. And somebody said this, because now we go get into my list. All right, and I like this because this guy's on my list as breakout guy. He said CRL 01150. Man, that sounds like a cell block number. Man, you got to change that, bro.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Yeah, CRL, man. We want to know who you are a little bit better than CRL 001150819 cell block 10.
You know what I mean? Or it could be iRobot.
Oh. No, we mess with you, man. But he said get Jalen back on middle linebacker.
You know why he's
Parsons, bro? But I could see him playing middle linebacker. I think he's. Go ahead.
I don't think he is. I didn't mean to cut you off. I don't think he is. I mean, I think he had the opportunity. I just feel like, it's nothing wrong with saying that, you know what, and it's not saying you're not intelligent, but too many times the wrong calls were happening. 2 times you were getting faked out. And how much people can say what they want with him, that foot still ain't right. And it hinders him from doing certain things. That's why he gets exposed in the passing game. It ain't just because he may not recognize the play. It's because sometimes he physically can't do it. If you're a tight end and he's sitting right in front of you and then you're tight end and if you do a quick head fake and you still go straight, he can stay with you. He can stay right with you and turn around and make the play. But if that tight end starts to come in at you and does a double move or breaks on the inside, he's going to have a tough time transitioning. That's why they brought up Parsons, because even though he hasn't been great in coverage because he hasn't really done it, he has the athletic ability and doesn't have the limitations to be able to do that. And so that's where I feel like you can freak them as a combo. I think the main thing we need to do is get Jalen back to blitzing, send him on some blitzes, get him back to his strong suit, maybe keep him to the line of scrimmage, and then kind of let Parsons be the call, because I feel like he's the guy that can really make the calls. I feel like he's the attitude guy. I feel like he's the guy that everybody's going to really follow. So if they're going to really follow him, he needs to be the leader, and the leader is the mic.
And I feel you on that. It's going to be a slight learning curve, but I do feel you on that. Because when I researched the traits of the middle linebacker, one of the things that they said you have to have as a middle linebacker is durability. That's Jalen. They also talked about you being generally the leader of the defense. That's Jalen. In terms of your concern about diagnosing, they went back to the 4-3, so it's going to be a one-gap system, so it's going to be kind of easy to diagnose because you're not two gapping, you one gapping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you go be able to kind of snuff it out faster. Plus, when you add, I'm kind of getting into already why I'm betting on him to be a breakout player. But I can see the case for middle linebacker, but I'm also with you on Parsons. I would like him to grow with the green dot and let Jalen settle it into the strong side linebacker. I think that fits him a little bit better, even though he has some of the traits in the pedigree of a middle linebacker. I can't argue with CRL cell block 1150.
Yeah, man. He needs. He needs to be the guy. He needs to be the guy, dog. I mean, he just does.
With you. I'm with you to where you just kind of put him in there and let
you drafted him 12. You drafted him 12.
And it's the skill set. Like, he got the clear skill set, right?
Right. He can do what you want. He can rush the passer. I posted his stats. And this was when he was at Penn State. I'm gonna tell you right too quick, boss, because I thought this was good what I was looking at, because it's one of the things that excited me about him is like why you should like Micah Parsons. Here it goes right here. So this is freshman and sophomore year. Remember, these are true freshmen and true sophomore. This ain't no red shirt, no nothing.
Yeah, this young guy, this young
guy coming right out the block. You feel me?
Yeah.
And you led the team. Penn State ain't no bums. You led the team. You only started 1 out of 13 games, and you led the team in tackles with 82.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 10 QB hurries. I like that. Okay. Then you were the first, like I said, first freshman to ever lead them in tackles. Check this out. You played 1 game as an outside linebacker. You had 7 sacks, 2 tackles for loss, and a strip sack. Then your sophomore season, look at this, started 12 out of 13 games at middle linebacker, totaling 109 tackles, 14 for loss, 5 sacks. But here's what I like hearing: 26 QB pressures.
All right, man. I got to get into my breakout players, because we'll stay on this forever. I know we would too. We really could, because Parsons is somebody to be super excited about, man.
He's different, dog.
Yeah, he's different, bro. Like, and people that was actually mad at that pick will have to eat a lot of crow.
A lot of crow.
So, Boss Cowboy laid out his 10. I didn't even hide it. I didn't do one. Look at how many. God damn.
He got like 50 of them. You feel me? I said breakout players. I'm like, all right, I got a couple. He said, I got 10. I said, what?
I'm serious.
Hell got 10 breakout players.
Man, I got 10, damn it. Sure do.
Yeah, okay. Well, if we ain't going 2 hours, I hope these is two
man.
That's
That's why I laid them all out. Like, if we went one by one, we wouldn't sleep.
Look. 2-minute increments on your breakout players.
I'm tired too, bro. Dre the Great said, "No, don't do me like that, Dre the Great." Listen, and listen, Dre the Great, he done already heard you, boy. Listen, he came out there and said, "Hold on." He said, "Half the team break out." Hell yeah,
right.
Listen. I'm gonna break these down. 2 minutes.
Curse is not breaking out, dog.
Boy. Ooh. Say, hold on. You can't hate on the list when I first revealed it.
I am hating.
All right, hold on.
I'm hating on that. I'm hating on that guy.
Oh my God.
I'm hating.
Oh man, bro, that don't even sound right coming out your mouth. All right, listen.
It does. It definitely sounds right.
No, listen, bro, because the first thing we got to do is define breakout.
Okay.
All right. So breakout is when you've been kind of stuck. Is that fair? Right? Where you've been stuck and you finally get your chance. To me, that's breaking out. Does that make sense? You know what I mean? So
I understand.
So from my definition of breakout, not yours, mine.
Okay, there you go. I like that how you switched it, because that's not my definition of the breakout with no curse.
Exactly. So from my definition, where you go get your chance and you're gonna up the expectation, I think Curse is gonna do it. And I honestly believe Curse is one of the better safeties that we've had in years.
Oh wow.
Yes. See, listen.
What if he gets cut?
If he get cut, it's gonna be more dumb stuff that we seen in safety. That wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
We cut Josh
so
Jones.
You think Curse? Okay. So you're telling me that if Curse got cut, he gonna turn up somewhere else?
Did Josh Jones turn up with the Jaguars?
Now that the Josh Jones is different than Curse.
What's
Josh
different?
Jones is a little more versatile. He's a little. He is. He's more versatile because
he's way more athletic.
He's definitely more athletic because Curse is stiff, and he's more of a linebacker-ish because of his size, 6'4", and he plays close to the line of scrimmage. He's not great in coverage, and you know it. And he's more of a straight line guy. If you hit him with them hips, he ain't twisting. He's stiffy, and you know it.
man, you crazy. No, bro.
No, you are
back and
crazy. I did look at the tape. Don't do that.
You're right. You're right. Because I know you look at. I don't like when people say that to me too. Because we both done our homework.
Don't do
we
that.
just disagree.
Yeah, I watch Curse.
I hate when people say that to me too. You right. My bad, bro. I know you watch the tape. I just don't agree with your analysis.
It's all good.
But I say this.
I don't agree with yours.
Yeah, but I'll say this. And how you gonna go straight to the bottom, bro? Man, listen.
I just seen that name and I had to say no.
Cause it's a breakout, bro. Listen, man. See. I think
he might not make the squad, dog.
Because we stupid, bro. We do stupid stuff.
That's not
safety,
stupid,
and you know it.
Like, okay, so you really So all right, man. All right. Who we got at safety right now? We got.
You also talked about Curse playing the box, right? Which was at Detroit.
Right.
He played all over. I watched. Listen, he was in the first Dallas Cowboy guy, bro. Big game.
Come on, man. Listen. He's not no free. And don't do that.
Just listen. You got to hear me out. Sometimes I say stuff that take a while to digest, bro. You know that.
All right.
So I was saying he played free at Clemson because of his versatility. I've witnessed him play all the types of safeties and all decent. I'm not saying he's a barn burner, but I think he's gonna be on the level of Church. Was you cool with Barry Church?
Don't do that.
No, I'm gonna ask you a question.
I love Church.
Was you cool?
I love Barry Church. I love Barry Church. He's not Barry Church.
What about Church did you like? Let's talk about
what I like about Church. He played free and he played strong. He was versatile. He could hit you. He was slept on in coverage. He was a leader in that locker room. He was a leader on that back end. He was good with making the calls on that back end. That's what a lot of the guys said, that when they dealt with him, he was good with making the calls on the back end. And I think those are the biggest things of me. And I don't feel like, and he was a lot more athletic than Curse. I mean, he timed his pro day wasn't bad. He wasn't a bad athlete. He went down in history over there as well. But I can't compare him to no Barry Church, dog. I just can't, because I just feel like Barry Church offered more, and I feel like Barry Church was way better in coverage. And you saw it when he got his time in Jacksonville, when they let him do it. You saw it. When Curse came over to Detroit, they gave him the tick. He started, but I didn't see the coverage ability over there in Detroit. I didn't see that. Go ahead and play the tape. I don't care.
Because in Detroit, they used him in the box.
Yeah, see, that's what I see. That right, because that's what he more is. He's more of a box safety. They're playing him to his strength.
Bro, listen.
That's not his strength.
No, bro. Listen, I've been following Curse since Clemson. He was in the first Boss Cowboy God. Detroit was the first team to put him in a box like that. He usually did not play in that box like that, and he's very decent in coverage, bro. He is. And I think Church is a perfect
and that play about that him. No, rewind. Why don't you rewind that play right quick?
Okay.
Rewind that play.
I'm coming.
There you go. Because that wasn't him. That he was beat.
Hold on. Let me rewind the play here, right?
Was beat.
Yeah, you talking about this prior. On the run?
No, I'm talking about prior, that last play when he threw his hands up like he affected the play and he didn't.
Okay, this
one bad pass.
He did, bro. He broke that up. Stop it.
Okay, show
and
it
that
again.
was a play action that was designed to get him, bro. I just rewinded it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And that's not that one.
Yeah, it's the one that's coming. Like, I can't believe, man. How you? Yeah, and see, they almost fooled him on it. What they did is a play action on this play.
Look, yeah.
He broke it up, bro. Stop it.
Bro, that was a bad pass. If he throws a better pass, that's a catch. Stop that. You're lying.
No. This was a quality play. This play was designed to get him, bro.
Play. Right, and they got him.
He broke it up.
Bro, look at.
That's a true wave off because he made the play. He made the play, bro. How you gonna take out for making the play? That was a play action where the tight end act like he was locking down, and he just broke that up right there, bro. He got his head in there. You gonna say he didn't?
He underthrew. He was already beaten. He underthrew the pass. Take a
bro.
Oh, dog. Nah, I ain't giving you that. Dog.
Now, but listen, Curse could get cut. I just don't think it'd be smart. I don't. We cut Georgia Loca, who was still better than Xavier Woods and Heat. We cut
George
Josh
Aloka
Jones.
was a very good player, right?
Right. We cut Ha Clinton Dix and said Thompson was a parade All-American from practice. We've done so much dumb stuff at safety. Us cutting people don't mean they're bad.
I'm not saying you advocating you even cutting him, but for me to say he's going to be the starting safety for the Dallas Cowboys,
I don't even think he's going to be the starting safety. He's just on my list for potential breakout player. He going to need luck, though. But I guarantee you this. I bet you on this. He going to rock preseason.
Yeah, he gonna rock preseason.
I mean, rock. I don't mean.
Yeah, because he's gonna get. Because he's gonna
rock it.
Because he's gonna have every tick in the world to get it.
Right. He gonna make it tough to cut him. Now, I will bet.
I don't even want him cut him.
Yeah,
but he ain't gonna be no dog.
What?
I don't know. I don't think it'd be. He might. I think he'd be good in special teams. I think. He might. I think he may lay. I think he may lay the boom on some people on here and there. But hey, if you say it, we'll see.
Yeah,
let's see what happens.
And keep in mind, that's why I said bonus. You see what I'm saying? They the long shot breakout guys. Basham and Curse.
I like that one though. I like that. Let's talk about Basham right quick.
Let's go, because people probably tired of us.
I like Basham.
Let's be friends.
No, why would they like? Why they be tired of us fighting? We having fun. That's good debate.
Yeah, it is good debate. But Basham is a long shot breakout guy for me as well. But I'm seeing it. Talk about it, man. I know you got thoughts. What you got?
I mean, I saw him when he was at New York, right? Yeah. And you know, they were playing that 3-4 and they were really keeping him on that kind of that edge.
Right.
And he's more, you know, he's not really a guy that can do a lot of things. Okay. But one thing I think he can do is where if they put him in, when we were talking about that Leo position and they do him like a Bruce Irvin when he was at Seattle.
Right.
Do him like a Bruce Irvin. Just put him at a specialty spot, rush the passer. Get in there and rush the passer because I think that's where he'll be good at. Now, here's the thing. He ain't a guy that's going to be getting that tick and killing you in the game or anything like that, but he's a guy that you be like, damn, Basham got 5 sacks during the year? You know what I mean? Because there'll be them sacks. You ain't going to be thinking Basham. You ain't thinking Basham going to do something. He come in there, Basham with the big sack. You know what I mean? Coming off that edge. You feel me?
Yep.
And here's the thing. I thought Basham, I was looking at Basham when he came out of college because he was the one. It was him and Taco. I was watching, you know, Basham came out of OU. So I got to see Basham, at least some of the good highlights out here at Ohio University. So I was keeping my eye on Basham. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, maybe the Cowboys should really look at him. And the Cowboys they were very interested in drafting Basham when he came out of college. They wanted him. So I think this was something that, now we finally have the opportunity to get him. And he ain't going to cost a lot. Let's go ahead and make that move. Dan Quinn gets a hold of him, already meets with him and says, hey, you know what? You're coming out your stance. You need a better stance. That's one of the reasons why you're not doing this and that. I didn't know that about myself. I love that. I'm going to do this and that. I think that's going to be good. I think Dan Quinn is going to be good for him. And I think he's going to be a sneaky player this year. Not saying he's going to be some dominant player, but he's going to be a sneaky player with them sacks.
I think so too. I think as a bonus, what I loved about him is that he was the one that got away from us, and he had the pure Rod Marinelli traits, right? The hustle and the pursuit to the ball. That's on all the film you watch on him, from college all the way from the Jets, everywhere you watch him. And he was highlighted by Mike McCarthy, even though they was in shirts and shimmels, right? He still was highlighted because he shows the explosion, right? So he's a sneaky breakout guy. Like, he's somebody that, like you say, 5 sacks is exponential. You know what I mean? That's exponential, and I still would take that and be happy about that.
Very happy.
I got Tristan Hill as the top.
Okay, let's talk about Tristan Hill.
Yeah, it's a lot of people don't agree with that. I see people saying quite the opposite. I totally agree. Let me make my case on him.
I don't want to throw away. Go ahead, because I don't want to throw away Tristan Hill.
Yeah, because I'm listening to a lot of people talk about him. I heard people say stuff like he doesn't have the sponsor and all that kind of stuff, and I understand that from politics. But my question is, it was Mike McCarthy and them that co-signed on him starting. So how is that not, to a degree, a level of sponsorship, right?
True story.
Even though Tom Sula is gone, that doesn't mean he was the only people that was lobbying him. And you know this as a coach, whenever you start a guy that wasn't expecting us to start, that's a universal decision. That's a round table decision. That's not something that's isolatedly made, if that's a word, you know, from just your position coach. A lot of people had to sign off on that. So, and he was starting to come on. And this is the key reason I'm betting on him to be a breakout guy, because he's in a sweet spot of the years in which most of them do, which is what?
Third year.
Third year, right?
He's only 23 years old.
Right. I'm betting on him, bro. Like I'm.
That's a good bet.
That's a good, because David Irvin broke out year 3. Tank broke out year 3. Like, I go through this all the time. So it's, to me, it's the history of what happens when the defensive tackles hit that mature phase of year 3. I'm betting on them. I'm also betting on the hell. Tyler, whoo, get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready.
I think he's gonna be doggish.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm with. Oh man, Tyler was showing amazing flash last year. So how is he not gonna do it now, big? You know what I'm saying?
And you had a whole offseason with the team. You had a whole offseason with Martin, and everybody's healthy. That's the key. Everybody's healthy along the line of scrimmage, so you guys are all bonded and practicing with each other and talking with each other. You know how the offensive linemen, they all kick it with each other, and you're the center. Right. So you're like the head. You're like the head that runs this. And what's so great about this is, shout out to my dog, the Ninja, because when Dallas drafted Tyler Biadasz,
he was all on him.
I didn't hear no, and I was listening to them circles. I wasn't hearing anybody talking about Tyler Biadasz. He was like, big, you need to be hollering that look at Tyler Biadasz. He's good. He could be real good. I said, all right, and then boom, Cowboys went after him. And you know what else is good about it, boss? I watch Big Ten football because I'm out here in Big Ten country. I love my Texas Longhorns, but I get to see Big Ten football more than anything else. Right. One thing I know about Big Ten football, they got them grunts inside on that offensive line. And one thing I also know is offensive linemen from Wisconsin are very good. We saw a guy named Travis Frederick who was there before him, and he had a pedigree like that because guess what? He was one of the top centers before he got that injury.
He won that top offensive lineman award.
Right. So now you just let him be healthy. Stay healthy, Tyler, because you already had an injury this year. So I don't want you to be the injury-prone guy.
True.
Stay healthy. Be that dog. And I feel like, yes, I totally agree with you, boss. If he takes that next step, this offensive line is really good.
Yeah, he taking it, bro. Count that. I called him the steal of the draft, even over CeeDee Lamb.
He is. I was.
That's hard.
Nah, I can't give you that one.
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna tell you why. The previous year, you know, he had a top 15 grade. The only reason he dropped, and that's why I'm calling him the steal of the draft. You see what I'm saying? Now I know Lamb is a better overall player. You see what I'm saying? Because I don't want people to misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying if they was both drafted and healthy, you still would have picked Lamb. But I'm saying to get a guy that's first round talented, where we got him, exponential value, bro. You see what I'm saying?
True story.
He had a true first round grade. And then his senior year, he had a hip injury and he had late shoulder surgery before going through the combine and all that, so they couldn't really evaluate him. That's why he dropped. You know what I mean? It wasn't play, it wasn't film, it wasn't anything but how do we measure you? So in terms of, I think this is the year, I'm not lying, I think this is the year you go start hearing real comparisons to Fredericks.
I'd like to see if he can overtake him.
Yeah. I think this is the year you go start saying Frederick, like this guy is the next Fredericks or just as good. Because especially on run blocking, I was like, damn. Like if people really focus on the damage he was doing in that middle, man. So now I'm excited about him. So I got him on the breakout list for sure. Now, Michael Gallup, that's easy, bro. Contract year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I ain't got to elaborate, but, Michael Gallup trying to get paid. Y'all gonna get ready. He go turn up. I ain't got to elaborate on that. Next, Neville Gallimore. I think his year 2 was like.
Before you jump into Gallimore,
yeah.
I want you to tell me a little bit about Gallup. Why you think he's going to break out? What do you think is going to be different about Gallup this year? Not just because it's his contract year. What's going to be different from Gallup this year?
I think Gallup is the ultimate professional, bro. He's a clean-cut kid, extremely hard-working. He's a low-key Dak. He's a professional's professional. You know what I mean? He's a clean guy. Those type of guys you can trust, man. He's the type of guy that doesn't likely have any kind of substance issues. Pink lips, go home. No, I'm keeping it all the way 100, man.
Right,
and
we
both know from playing that we played with guys who was great athletes, but they did a little bit extra on the side, and even though they didn't think it took away. Right? It did. It did. Let's just be honest. On some of the people we played with, they was great, but they smoked weed on the side and they drank a lot on the side, right?
Right.
And it affected their game. That's not Gallup. Gallup is a guy, even what impressed me about Gallup, and I'm glad you asked me this question, is when he came back last year and he was bulked up. Usually when you see receivers bulk up, they lose something. No. Gallup showed the work that he put in that offseason was worth it and for a purpose, and he debuted it on the best cornerback in the league on Ramsey. People can't tell me he didn't own Ramsey. He owned the shit out of Ramsey.
He was getting that Ramsey.
He owned his ass. And if then if he wouldn't have pulled that flop, he would have won the game on Ramsey.
Yeah, we would have won the game.
So and I think, like you say, besides the contract year, I'm betting on him being Mr. Breakout because of him being just honestly an ultimate professional. That's my gut feeling about him is Gallup is a guy that's going to continue to develop into a even better player. He's similar to Dak to me. You know what I mean? In his mentality and his approach to the game. That's my answer to that. So, Neville, shoot. I mean, I'm going to keep it short with him. I think Neville is going to be a breakout player because his year 1 was like most players' year 2 to me.
Yeah.
And
especially that second half.
Right. And so I think, plus, I've been hearing and listening to Dan Quinn closely. He's been really pushing the hell out of him as a 3-tech. And I mean,
that's what he should.
Right. So it's almost like Randy Gregory. It fit him. You know what I mean? The defense fits his skill set. And because it fits his skill set, shit. Boy gonna break out.
Yeah.
He gonna break out.
And here's what I want, because he had like 9 pressures last season. Obviously we would know that he would get 9 pressures, 5 hurries. The biggest thing that I want to see, let him get some more playing time, and let's get those pressures up. If you got him playing that 3, boss, and then when you got Brent Urban right next to him,
Jesus.
Both of those guys, Brent Urban's a high pressure guy. Get those guys, get that pressure up the middle. That's what's going to make this defense better, when we can get that pressure up the middle. And that's why it's going to be key for Gallimore, key for Tristan Hill, key for Osa Ogadizua. Those guys that are going to be playing that 3-tech, those guys really need to get, when they're going to get those one-on-one matchups, need to win those matchups and push that pocket.
Right. Hold on. Remember Professor O said I went too far. I missed it. Where'd I go too far? Don't leave, Professor. No, you got to tell me where I went too far, man. Don't leave. I need to know. What did I say where I went too far? I want to hear this, damn it. I want to hear this, Professor. Where did I drink the Kool-Aid? Because you know I only drink measured Kool-Aid. So I hope he's not gone. Anyway. All right. Going back to the list. I'm going to run through this list fast because I know I'm tired. All right, but these are my breakout guys, so I at least want to cover them. So CeeDee Lamb, I agree with you. We ain't got to go over that. Ezekiel Elliott, it's the offseason that he put in, and we all saw that. and I think he's gonna go, like you say, nutty, epic.
Yeah, he's gonna go nutty, and it ain't gonna be like no 1,600, 1,700 yard season. It ain't gonna be nutty.
1,400.
It'll be 1,300, but it's gonna be like
epic.
Okay, that's Zeke.
That's Zeke.
I think it'll be like Zeke.
Right.
Zeke 1,300, Zeke 1,400. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly what I see. And DeMarcus Lawrence, obviously, I'm betting on him because going back to the 4-3 and putting his hand in the ground, I've been preaching that forever. And the fact that they actually doing that, I feel bullish on him, right? And the fact that, it's going to be harder to double him now because of Urban, because of Randy, because of Gallimore. They have so much talent on that line, you can't isolate him now. So I know when people first saw the list, they were like, damn, boss, that's a lot of cats. I'm telling y'all, we might have 10 Pro Bowlers this year.
We'll see.
High. And the reason why because I think
you're drinking a whole bunch of Kool-Aid. I think you just poured a whole pitcher of Kool-Aid in there right now.
Because Pro Bowlers based on how many games you win, not even how good the guys are. Remember when the Ravens went off?
It's a popularity.
It's a popularity thing. So
it's popular.
The reason why I'm saying that many Pro Bowlers because I think we're gonna win a lot of games, and then because we're the Cowboys and we popular, a lot of guys go make the cut. You know what I mean? And then
if they have decent years.
If they have decent years, right? Exactly. So Donovan Wilson, he's on the bubble on Breakout to me. I'm still with you on that, Big. See, one thing you always said when you get the reel on is that it's still kind of early for him.
Yeah, it's early.
It's early.
It's early. I feel like, and I've always been on that Donovan Wilson train since they got him out of college. But let's temper the stuff. It's almost like because we saw what he did last year, people not putting him in the Pro Bowl, but just people acting like he the man and that's just his spot. No, he only played half a year, and before that he didn't get no time. Yes, we saw how he looked good in the preseason. We have been begging for him to get time, but he still need to get better. He ain't there yet. He ain't a polished or a finished product by no means, and he still got competition that's going to be on him when he comes into camp. So I hope he doesn't, because this is one thing I seen. I know he had the injury, boss, but with his first couple years, right, and I know it's just workout videos. I know I ain't just putting all kind of weird stuff into it. But you remember those first couple years, dog, right?
Yeah.
He was going nutty with them videos, right? Just nutty, like video. Now I ain't seen one. I hope you ain't thought you made it, dog. Don't be that guy that you thought you made it. Okay, I'm just saying. Saying.
Hey, man, we gonna make a new button for you, bro. We gotta make a nutty button, bro. Going nutty, bro. We got to, bro. I need an epic button for me with Kool-Aid. You gotta have a going nutty button, bro. That's we gotta coin that you own going nutty, bro.
Going nutty, dog. You feel me? I mean, we all know what it means when you say, that dude went nutty. You know what it means.
But that's
crazy.
you, just like epic is me. You know what I mean? When I say epic, I'm serious. When I put on the crowd views, I'm serious as hell, bro.
Yeah, when you say anybody who says epic now, I'm like, boss. Like they might say epic something to me, and I'll be like, boss says that.
Yeah, I mean, straight up, that's me, just like nutty. But this easy for me though. Some people don't feel me on this. Jalen, bro. Jalen go breakout, bro. Jalen go breakout, bro. I know that's
what's a breakout season for what's a breakout season? What do you mean? How's he breaking out? What's a breakout season for him?
That's why I saved it for last, because I knew it would be controversial. Breakout is a return of 2018.
So we talking tackles or just the impact? Because he wasn't.
I'm talking about making
impactful plays. Okay, so you're saying breaking out as far as him making more impactful plays in 2021. Yes. Because last year you made a hell of a lot of tackles, but you didn't make impactful plays. 2018 is when we saw those impactful plays. We can go back to the Houston game when it was right before halftime and he beat Deshaun Watson right before the goal line and smacked him, and they stopped that touchdown. And we saw game-changing plays in that New Orleans game. We saw glimpses of, okay, maybe Jalen maybe. But then we saw the regression. So now this is the rebirth or the redemption, and he's got to do it because if he doesn't, who knows?
He out of here, bro. I mean, the fans is ready to cut his balls off. They really are, bro. And so when the fans are already trying to cut you, what's happening is that gives cover to the Joneses to do it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm betting on a breakout from him because I feel like they built around the linebackers to help their game. You know, Urban was somebody Rod never had. And this is one of the key things.
Bohanna. Out of Bohanna.
Never.
Ain't had nobody that damn big.
E-R.
Never had nobody that big, have we?
6'4",
350?
We always begged for a fat boy under Rod.
A real fat boy. Because Dante Poe didn't count last year.
No, and he got his ASS whooped to hell, bruh. To your point. I got to say this. I got to slow down and say this. This is the one thing that a lot of people missing on why not just Jalen, all the linebackers greatly reduced and took a reduction in play. ESPN came out with a stat that was amazing. The Dallas Cowboys was dead last in average contact from running the ball. The runners was averaging 3 yards before
they were even getting hit.
And so that's so scary, bro. I don't think people realize that's saying that the running
huge.
back. That's huge, bro.
That's huge.
That means your one tech
you're not winning
ass whoop, bro.
That means your 1 and 3 are getting destroyed.
And then your linebackers can't clean up that trash, man.
Nah,
and then
you're not gonna win. I don't care what kind of linebacker you are. You're not gonna win. Because once those offensive linemen get to that second line and they're able to peel you, it's just easy.
Yeah, if they whoop on the first point and goes right to the second level to clean up the linebackers,
man.
And you doing that for a whole season.
And here's the line, as the linebacker, that offensive lineman is coming at you. You got to make a decision where this running back is going. So you got to either try to dodge that offensive lineman or take on that block and shed it super fast
and make the tackle.
And make the tackle.
Right.
And that's a lot of work. And then you're doing that play in and play out.
See, because, Jalen is the whooping boy. But if we look close, Thompson stanked it up in the Cleveland game. LVE stanked it up all year, even when he was on the field. People say when he was healthy. When he was healthy, what?
He played like trash.
Right. What'd he do?
He did. Yeah, he was just as bad. And at least Jalen stayed on the field to his credit. Exactly. And to his credit, at least Jalen is. And here's the thing. Jalen had a devastating injury that was saying you'll never come back from. I've never seen anybody play with drop foot like he has and be this effective. I've never seen that. So I always gonna give him props for that because I've never seen nobody in the NFL do that. So that's amazing that he can do it. And the fact that he ain't missed a game. And LVE, as soon as he played first game, he breaking collarbones. I don't care if it was a freak injury. You feel me? You still always getting hurt. And then when you do get on the field, you're not being productive, and it seems like sometimes you get timid with it. And you like 6'4", 256 pounds. But guess what? I said this back in the day because I knew the Cowboys were going to draft him. But I said this back in the day, and maybe you said it too, boss. But when he was at Boise State, he was having them same issues with taking on blockers and blockers cleaning him and moving him out the way. And he was not a physical backer for his size. He wasn't like that physical guy. He was more of a guy that he was athletic, but you didn't see them physical traits because you could see him getting moved out the way in that division. So in college. So that's one of the things that you were worried about. And although he had that fantastic year in 2018, but that was more Jalen Smith too, helping him with that. When Jalen Smith kind of regressed, LVE was out there on the island. You saw he couldn't handle it either.
Exactly. And so, I'm not afraid to talk about the cause and effect because a lot of us miss the cause and effect even on Dak, right? I was betting on a breakout year with Dak when everybody was ready to fire him. In 2017, when we came out with the receiver by committee. No, that was 2018. Yeah, that was 2018. But it was a cause for his reduction, bro. You don't give a young quarterback the worst receivers in the league and say, save us and carry this.
Make it work, and he's still learning the game.
No, that was the fault of the Cowboys.
You're right. I believe that dumb stuff too.
Yeah, and so
I did.
Yeah, and guess what? Once they got Cooper, we saw a full return to Dak of 2016. Like
right,
that.
we saw that, and
Overnight.
we saw, and you know what's so funny about all that? How they were dissing Dak. Oh, he can't throw, he can't do this. We ain't have no receivers, and we all see these other great quarterbacks. They got receivers.
Yep,
they ain't not giving them weapons. You don't give no great quarterback not no weapons. That makes them even better. Makes your team better.
Exactly.
And you saw, okay, well you at look. And here's the thing: you can't doubt that, because when they finally added a real weapon on the receiving core, what happened? We went on a run. Dak went nutty. You hear that? Dak went nutty. You get what I'm saying? And then now you're like, now Dak gets his money. But we saw once he got him some weapons, you saw what he did. Hey, I love being a Cowboy.
Big game, James.
Game changer.
Hey, let's have some fun. Let's have a good time, man. Let's kick it.
Yeah, and that's why I'm betting on Game Changer, bro. Like, because it's a cause and effect. Oh, you already know, bro. You already know.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying?
Perfect. You feel me? Perfect.
Yes, indeed. And, you know, it's a cause and effect. It's a cause and effect sometimes that I think some people miss. Like, people fully focused on Dak instead of what caused the reduction in his game. You know what I mean? People fully focused on Jalen instead of saying, okay, what happened? Why was he not 2018 Jalen? You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so I'm not just
scheme does matter, man.
It matters. It matters, and the
it
people
does.
in front of you matter. And so that's one of the reasons I'm calling him Breakout. So as we kind of go through all of these, that's why I don't think this list is bad. Like, you know, when we break this list down, I think you're right. The one that's on the list that's questionable is Curse. You know what I mean? That's one we had a good fight on. That's a good fight. You know what I mean? Because he might not make the team, but that don't mean he can't play. The Dallas Cowboys have shown that we've cut people.
That's true.
That Josh Jones, please go look at his film with the Jags. You gonna be like, he was with us? Yes. We let him go twice.
He was with us twice. He was with us twice. Because they have their guys, and once they have their guys, you wasn't penetrating that. No matter how good you were, once it's like anywhere else, dog. It's just like when we play sports, bro. When you dealt with a coach who had his favorite players, didn't matter sometimes how good you were. Don't matter if you was better than him at that position. You weren't playing. That's why people transfer.
Say. It's just what it is, man. So, I mean, but that's the Breakout guys. And Law has some more. We talked about it. He got some good ones. So we gonna wait till he get back next week, and then we'll discuss his as well. Because everybody,
go ahead.
Everybody thinks different. That's what I like about the final word. We all know the Cowboys, but we all got separate takes on them. You know. So it's interesting. Like, wait till Law drops some of his material today. He got some surprises, and I think it's good stuff. Final words, my brother.
Final words. Camp is right around the corner. We'll be leaving next Saturday. So that's really my final words. You know, I mean, I'm a little kind of bummed. I hope it's not true because they're saying because of COVID. I'm hearing two things. Because of the COVID, that they're not going to have field access this year, and they're not going to be having autograph sessions where they have a little spot in the back, and they have a lot of good field access right there, but it's real crowded back there. And I think because they said that CDC that they're not going to be doing that, so that's going to be a dent, unless you're like full-fledged Cowboys media, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens with that. And also they're saying like if you got like a COVID shot, maybe I heard that maybe you could get close, but I didn't have that. So you know what, I won't be super close, but we'll see what happens when I get to camp and see if that's all really true. But at the end of the day, still gonna have fun, boss. Still gonna be in Cali, still gonna have a good time, and still gonna have our own eyes. So even though still gonna have our own eyes. So regardless, the eyes are gonna be there, and the eyes are gonna keep it real about what's really going on. And we'll still be able to do after the practice, you know, shows, Law, those guys. We'll be able to have a good time out there. So my final word is I'm excited for camp, and it's finally here, dog. Enough of the talk.
Yes.
Perfect. I love that perfect though.
Man, yeah, that perfect, man. We on that. We go upgrade perfect too.
What's your final word, dog?
I'm ready, bro. That's it. I'm ready for football. Just getting out in that green grass, man, and thank everybody. That's my final words. Thank you to everybody, man, that's been rocking with us, man. You know, the final words, I'm gonna actually let the final words come from the people that support us and just let them have it. This is what they said. JR says, solid content as always, fellas. Stay blessed. Yeah.
Appreciate you.
Yeah. And then somebody said, Ronnie Sears, I like his comment too. That'll be the final word. I like this show. Y'all tell it like it is. That's the biggest compliment. That's the final word for me, is that people respect Big Game James and Boss Cowboy, because when we disagree or agree, they know we mean what we say. That's the biggest compliment ever. You know, it's like, it ain't always about.
Yeah, this ain't, yeah.
Because, see, I was debating Big James last week, but I stopped. I couldn't, because he was right. He was right. Because at some point, if you keep debating and you wrong, you've been a dumbass. You know what I mean?
You're looking like a fool.
Yeah, and you just made a classic ass point when I was crying about Hard Knocks. My boy Big say, boss. And I just couldn't say nothing, bro. My boy said, boss. But this is what I'm trying to explain to you. Jerry not gonna change, bro.
Right.
And I was just like,
why are we getting mad now? This dude is almost 80, bro, and he ain't changed yet. You think he's gonna do it now? He's even more stubborn, dude.
I couldn't fight
he ain't
it,
doing
bro.
that.
I
feel me?
I just moved on.
And it's always gonna be that money with them Cowboys, dog.
Right.
It's always gonna be marketing with them Cowboys. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it goes.
And so my final word is, I appreciate all y'all for recognizing the spirit that we really try to bring to the Dallas Cowboys content, man. And that's just keeping it real, telling the truth, and putting out good ideas. We take pride in that here. So, man, y'all definitely stay up, man. Law and the OC. OC tried to come in the show at the last second. We like, hell no, bro. No. Like,
the producer said, I already got all this stuff, man, made up. You can't just do this on the fly, man.
No,
this took a lot of work. I don't know nothing about. I know about the production, but not on your level. So I know when I do it, it's long. So I can only imagine when you do it, because it's long for me and it's tiring. I'm like, man, bro, I don't want to do this today, because that stuff be long, dog. Bruh, so I can only imagine tired. Yours is on another level from me. I would be like frustrated, I'm tired, not bro. Just saying I'm tired.
I'm real life tired. Now, my true final word, true. We are 60 subs away from 1,000.
Oh yeah, we got to get that so you can get paid.
We 60 away, bro.
Post that on Twitter, bro.
Okay, I will.
Post it on Twitter and tweet it. Post it on Twitter, because Twitter will get you that action. And first of all, I want to say this: when we talked about getting the subs and stuff like that, I mean, my thing is this: I didn't know nothing about you two. We said this is the final word. We always do the final word. So y'all just bear with us. We always do the final word. But the thing is, you got to get Boss there, because we put work into this, man. This is a business. what we do, just like a business what other people do. Just like if somebody was making things or cooking things and say, hey, big game, yo, I'm doing this over here, check me out, and I check them out, you know what, and I like it, I ain't gonna just get there and say, yo, that stuff is dope. No, I'm gonna go ahead and support you, bro. Like I'm gonna put money into you and help you build and grow because I like the product that you bring and I want to see you be great. So I've known Boss for it's been like 3 years now, man, and he's been putting in hella work. The relationship has just continued to grow. I saw what he was doing on Facebook, leaps and bounds, went underground, came back with a whole new straight facial to you, dog. So I mean, for real, a straight facial to you, dog.
Yeah,
he went underground. You ain't hear from Boston. You came out with all kind of production, smacking in your face, going nuts. Oh, just I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah, you gotta respect that, dog. You gotta respect somebody who puts in work like that, man. So let's get him up to them 60 subs, and really them 60 subs should be done tonight. Like we can get that tonight. It definitely should be have 60 subs by tomorrow. 1K, so whenever we go on live, my dog can get the super chats as well. And it ain't about that, but when we putting in work, you just want to get some reward for that work. You know what I'm saying? And Boss definitely deserve it. So let him get it. Let's give him that 1K, and then once we get to the 1K, let's not stop there.
Nah, we gonna keep growing. I love the final word, man. Kicking it with Law today. Like you say, our relationship is growing, bro. All of us. You know, Law would have probably did that by himself, but he was like, man, Boss, I'm going to be out in Duncanville. I'm on my way. You know, and you growing the bond from doing content together, and, you know, and we doing that. And it's going to keep growing through the season, through another draft season. We got a lot of work to do with the final word and content. But we out, man. I'm done talking. Y'all definitely take it easy and much love.
I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately I just wanna run it up. Kinda check or something. Lately I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Lately I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately I just wanna run it.